I don't think it's Hiro. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were all gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Oh god, no. He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
We're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play games with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey, hey!
And if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we go?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I already told you, I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but how unfortunate. It would seem we have our culprit.
Hey,
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, and then the story can really begin. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two who have lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here. Okay, you said that, but I don't believe you. Let me just check something. Interesting. So, the blood backs weren't a truth bullet. It's very interesting. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all of this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. What the hell have you done this time? When I see all of you gathered like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? What? You really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and let us begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm going to start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed clash trial after this commercial break.
Yoo-hoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly clash trial. Yes, I would like to save. Okay. So, what skills do I have? That one's equipped. Algorithm's equipped. Melodious voice is equipped. Handiwork allows you to reload 2 bullets at once. Ooh. Interesting. That seems very powerful. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, those are all good. Okay. Truth bullets. tarp. I mean, some of this stuff is obvious what happened. Yeah, this is an important one. Hifumi was very interested in the art room because of it having art supplies and stuff. So that feels even closer to Hifumi doing it. If it's not Hifumi, I'm not sure who else I can blame, because I don't think it's Hiro.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Alright.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or for anything else, we have to make that clear. Okay. So many dead people. Okay.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Wow, that's not very much information at all to go off of. Compiling evidence that Hiro is the killer. Compelling evidence that Hiro is the killer. Is that true?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
I'm gonna try something.
Found in your room. The blueprints,
Damn it.
the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room.
No, okay.
Shoot!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Okay.
The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Damn it. The white noise got
I
in
don't
my
know
way.
anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof
Yeah.
enough.
Shoot!
Everything
This
we
one's
found
hard.
in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
Hold on. Let me look up some of the, what these bullets really imply. I got it! That handwriting is not... I know it.
It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
That handwriting is not
Hero,
just
why?
Hero's.
Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
That's what it is. That was a hard one. Okay, now I got some ground
Are
footing.
we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
Yep.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Say? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Hina? I can only assume that he wants me to say Hina. I did have a small thought that it could have been Hina. Okay, yeah, no.
Shoot!
Oh, he wants me to say Hero.
I got
Right.
it!
Yeah, he just wants me to say it's
Other
Hero.
than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
That doesn't mean
It
he did
makes
it.
perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's
Oh, that's
lifeless
easy.
body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
What is
Makoto,
Byakuya
can you
getting
tell
at?
us what they were?
I got it!
That was easy. Come on, Byakuya.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Oh, Celeste. Okay. A new... Oh, okay. What's the new element? Reloading. I'm gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see an ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how many, how you destroy your... There hasn't been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing Y won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the X button. Just like locking on, you'll have to press X in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that X button now has a function alongside A and Y buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if you're on... it's difficult to gentle. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Alright. Moment of truth.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Whew, that was harsh. There we go.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez,
Well,
okay.
Anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported,
He couldn't have picked them up. He couldn't bend. So that's all I have to figure out in this statement.
as we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Boom. That was easy.
No, that's wrong.
I knew that immediately. Thanks, Byakuya. I know you fucking, like, set that up for me to slam
You're
dunk.
absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Totally can't bend at the waist.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a
Yeah,
tarp.
that's also true.
Isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Hiro couldn't take off the suit.
I got it!
You couldn't take it off by
I don't
yourself.
think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Yeah, there's a clasp on the back that you just would have a hell of a time getting off.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
This was what I was expecting next.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
This is making me suspect Hifumi even more. Seeing that picture again.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Hifumi knew about it from the very beginning. I can't believe he did this. It was him. It was Hifumi.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes,
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then. Let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
Now the thing that's bugging me though is if it was Hifumi, why would Celeste not know that? I doubt Hifumi could have gotten away with attacking her without her knowing that it was him.
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that,
That's
we
also
decided to
peculiar,
split up
though.
and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw
Yeah, a lot
someone
of things
moving
aren't
around
adding
on
up,
the 3rd
actually.
floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
But she has nothing to gain for being the accomplice. If she was an accomplice, she would die just like the rest of us.
and then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
At the same
I
time,
left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let...
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
what floor was Celeste searching when we... Oh, Celeste didn't search a floor. She was already in the rec room.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Contradictions and what happened to Taka. Alright, let's figure this out. This is a hard one. Broken wristwatch, Monokuma File 3.
So,
What was Monokuma File 3? Just, they both died with similar weapons. Okay.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
I don't think that's so sure.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, okay, that wasn't work.
Shoot!
That's not good.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, that... hold on.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Really? That's not the answer?
Shoot!
What?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Oh, whoops.
We
That's not
already
it.
know what order they were killed in.
Hold on.
Taka came last
Whoops, I keep
What
missing
makes
that.
you say that?
Yeah, that, I tried that on both things. It didn't work. Okay, that can't be it.
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while...
I'm pretty sure I used a broken wristwatch on
So it's
both.
obvious
Did I mess up one of them? Did I accidentally not use the wristwatch on one of them?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
what makes you say that?
I think I know what
because
it
of
wants
the
me to
numbering
do.
of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with...
While Taka's death,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed. Taka came last
what makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
That's what it wanted me to do. I thought so. Okay.